Ever wondered about the personal lives of your favorite Hollywood legends? What if we told you that some of the most iconic stars from Hollywood's golden age were gay? In today's video, we're diving into the intriguing world of celebrity secrets to reveal the top 21 gay stars who kept their true selves hidden from the public eye. Join us as we uncover the fascinating stories of these screen legends and their lives behind glamour. Marlon Brando. Did you know that legendary actor Marlon Brando had relationships with both men and women? Despite being one of Hollywood's most iconic figures, Brando's private life was complex and often shrouded in mystery. In a time when being openly gay could ruin a career, Brando kept his bisexuality largely hidden from the public eye. He had relationships with women like his co-star Rita Moreno, but he also shared intimate connections with men, including French actor Christian Marquand. Brando himself confirmed his bisexuality in a 1976 interview, boldly stating, "Homosexuality is so much in fashion it no longer makes news." His openness and talent made him an enduring figure in film history, breaking boundaries both on and off screen. Ramon Novarro. A major silent film star known for his roles in Ben-Hur and The Red Mark, led a life marked by secrecy regarding his sexuality. In the 1920s and 1930s, Novarro was a heartthrob in Hollywood, but behind closed doors, he faced significant challenges due to his sexual orientation. Despite his public image as a ladies' man, Novarro was known to have had romantic relationships with men. His personal life was closely guarded to protect his career in an era when Hollywood was unforgiving to gay actors. Novarro's private struggles came to a tragic end when he was murdered in 1968, a victim of a violent robbery by two men he had invited to his home. Before you watch the remaining video, what other actor do you remember as the gay member? Do comment the name below if you remember any. Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury, the charismatic frontman of the rock band Queen, was known for his extraordinary vocal range and electrifying stage presence. However, Mercury's personal life was as vibrant and complex as his music. While he had relationships with women, most notably with Mary Austin, he was also openly bisexual. Mercury's love life included relationships with men such as Jim Hutton, who was his partner in the final years of his life. Despite living in a time when being openly gay was often stigmatized, Mercury never shied away from expressing his true self, both in his music and personal life. Dirk Bogarde. A distinguished British actor known for his roles in films like Victim and Death in Venice, led a carefully guarded personal life. Despite his glamorous public persona, Bogarde was discreet about his sexuality. In the 1960s, he was one of the first major actors to address homosexuality openly, particularly in his role in Victim, which highlighted the challenges faced by gay men. Bogarde's relationships were largely kept private, though he was known to have had significant long-term partnerships with men. He avoided discussing his sexuality publicly to maintain his career and public image. James Dean. James Dean, a Hollywood legend known for his roles in Rebel Without a Cause and East of Eden, captivated audiences with his brooding intensity and striking good looks. Despite his brief career, Dean became an enduring cultural icon of teenage disillusionment and rebellion. While his public image was that of a heterosexual heartthrob, rumors about his sexuality have persisted over the years. Dean was known to have had relationships with both men and women, though he never publicly addressed his sexuality. Close friends and biographers have suggested that Dean's sexual orientation was fluid, with intimate connections to both genders. This ambiguity has only added to his mystique, making him a symbol of defiance against societal norms. Dean's untimely death at the age of 24 cemented his status as a tragic figure. Charles Laughton. Charles Laughton, an acclaimed actor known for his role in The Hunchback of Notre Dame and Witness for the Prosecution, was a complex figure with a private personal life. Laughton was married to actress Elsa Lanchester, but their relationship was reportedly more of a partnership than a traditional marriage. Despite this public facade, Lawton's sexuality was the subject of much speculation. He was known to have had numerous relationships with men throughout his life. The actor's reserved nature and the era's stringent norms led him to maintain a discreet lifestyle. His close friends and associates were aware of his sexuality, but Lawton's public persona remained carefully constructed to align with the heterosexual image expected in Hollywood at the time. Cary Grant, one of Hollywood's most charming and sophisticated leading men, starred in classics like North by Northwest and An Affair to Remember. Known for his suave demeanor and impeccable comedic timing, Grant was a quintessential symbol of the golden age of Hollywood. His private life, however, was the subject of much speculation. Though Grant was married 5 times, rumors about his relationships with men, particularly with fellow actor Randolph Scott, have long persisted. The two shared a house in the 1930s, sparking rumors of a romantic involvement. Grant never publicly addressed these rumors, maintaining a private stance on his sexuality. Some biographers have suggested that Grant's relationships with men were genuine, while others argue they were merely close friendships. Tab Hunter, a popular heartthrob of the 1950s, led a life marked by secrecy and duality. Hunter's charming screen presence and boyish good looks made him a major star, but his personal life was far more complicated. Despite his public image, Hunter was privately gay, navigating a world where such a revelation could ruin a career. His most notable romantic relationship was with actor Anthony Perkins, though this was kept out of the public eye. Hunter's attempt to maintain a heterosexual facade included high-profile relationships with women, including actress Natalie Wood. It wasn't until the 2000s, with his autobiography, Tab Hunter Confidential, that he openly discussed his sexuality. Clark Gable, often referred to as the King of Hollywood, is best remembered for his iconic role as Rhett Butler in Gone with the Wind. His rugged charm and commanding screen presence made him a beloved star of the golden age of Hollywood. Despite his many high-profile relationships with women, including 5 marriages, rumors about Gable's sexuality have circulated for years. Some biographers suggest that Gable had secretive relationships with men during his early Hollywood career. These rumors are largely unverified, as Gable maintained a strict public image as a heterosexual leading man. He was known for his masculine roles and off-screen charisma, which solidified his status as a heartthrob. Rock Hudson. He is considered by some to be Hollywood's biggest gay movie star. A leading man in the 1950s, Hudson starred in westerns and adventure movies before moving on to Universal projects. However, Hudson was closeted and married his agent's secretary, Phyllis Gates, for 3 years. Despite his public image as a romantic hero, Hudson's private life was markedly different. He was gay, but in an era when being openly gay could end a career, he kept his sexuality a secret. The pressures of maintaining a heterosexual facade were immense, leading Hudson to live a double life. His homosexuality became widely known only after he was diagnosed with AIDS in 1984. Robert Reed, best known for his role as Mike Brady on The Brady Bunch, led a double life during Hollywood's golden age. Despite his wholesome TV dad image, Reed's personal life was far more complex. Known to have had relationships with both men and women, Reed was deeply private about his sexuality. His most significant romantic involvement was with actor and playwright Leonard Fry. Reed's homosexuality remained a secret to the public, influenced by the industry's strong biases at the time. His personal struggles with his identity were often at odds with his public persona, creating a tension that marked his life and career. Reed's passing in 1992 at the age of 59 brought renewed attention to his hidden life. Richard Pryor, known for his groundbreaking comedy and fearless social commentary, also had a complex personal life that included relationships with both men and women. Pryor's humor often pushed boundaries, tackling taboo topics like race and sexuality. In his later years, Pryor openly discussed his experiences with men, including a relationship with actor Marlon Brando. His widow, Jennifer Lee, confirmed these accounts, noting that Pryor was open-minded and unafraid to explore his sexuality. Despite the potential backlash, Pryor's honesty added depth to his already remarkable legacy. He once quipped, "How can something be wrong if it makes you feel good?" Paul Lynde, celebrated for his roles in Bewitched and Hollywood Squares, was known for his sharp wit and flamboyant persona. However, behind his public persona, Lynde led a life that he kept largely hidden from the spotlight. Known among close circles for his homosexuality, Lynde never publicly acknowledged his sexuality during his career, which spanned from the 1950s to the 1980s. The actor's private life remained a closely guarded secret, partly due to the prevailing homophobia in Hollywood at the time. Despite this, Lynde's friends and colleagues were well aware of his sexual orientation. Anthony Perkins. Anthony Perkins, best known for his iconic role as Norman Bates in Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, led a life marked by dualities. On screen, he portrayed complex, often troubled characters, while off-screen, he grappled with his own identity. Perkins was bisexual, a fact that was largely kept private during his lifetime. In an era when being openly gay could endanger a Hollywood career, Perkins maintained relationships with men, including a well-documented romance with actor Tab Hunter. Despite societal pressures, Perkins later married photographer Barry Berenson, with whom he had 2 sons. His marriage did not erase his past or his sexuality, and those close to him acknowledged his ongoing struggles with his identity. Roddy McDowall. Renowned for his versatile roles in classics like Planet of the Apes, led a private and discreet life, particularly regarding his sexuality. Though McDowall's public persona was often that of a charming and talented actor, he remained intensely guarded about his personal affairs. Born in 1928, McDowall was part of Hollywood's golden era, a time when being openly gay could endanger one's career. McDowall, despite his close friendships with Hollywood figures like Elizabeth Taylor and his involvement in many high-profile projects, kept his romantic relationships largely out of the spotlight. It was well known among close friends that McDowall was gay, though he never publicly discussed his sexuality. Laurence Olivier, one of the most celebrated actors of the 20th century, was known for his extraordinary performances on stage and screen. While Olivier's public life was marked by high-profile marriages to actresses like Vivien Leigh and Joan Plowright, he also had discreet relationships with men. In an era when homosexuality was not widely accepted, Olivier kept his bisexuality largely under wraps. His close friendship with actor Danny Kaye was often speculated to be more than platonic, though neither confirmed these rumors. Olivier's autobiography hinted at his complex sexuality, acknowledging his attraction to both men and women. Liberace, the flamboyant pianist and entertainer, dazzled audiences with his extravagant performances and opulent style. Known for his dazzling costumes and grandiose stage presence, Liberace was a beloved figure in showbiz. Despite his public persona, his sexuality was a subject of intense speculation and intrigue. While he never openly discussed his sexuality, Liberace was romantically linked to several men throughout his life. In the 1950s, a high-profile lawsuit over his sexuality brought his personal life into the public eye. The case revealed more about his private relationships than he had ever disclosed. Raymond Burr, known for his role as Perry Mason, led a complex and private life. Although he was publicly seen as a dedicated professional and family man, Burr's personal life was shrouded in secrecy. In the 1960s, he met Robert Benavides, who would become his partner for over 3 decades. To the public, Burr's narrative included a fabricated story of a deceased wife and son to deflect from his true self. This created an illusion of a conventional life while hiding his relationship with Benavides. Burr and Benavides even ventured into business together, buying land and establishing a vineyard in Sonoma County. Despite maintaining a facade of heterosexuality, Burr's long-term, committed relationship with Benavides was a cornerstone of his private life until Burr's death in 1993. Montgomery Clift. He was a brilliant actor whose career was marked by his intense, brooding performances. Known for his roles in films like A Place in the Sun and From Here to Eternity, Clift was also one of the first openly gay stars in Hollywood, though his sexuality was not widely acknowledged during his time. He struggled with personal demons and a highly publicized car accident that left him physically and emotionally scarred. Despite the challenges, Clift's talent shone through his tumultuous life. He had several relationships with men, including a notable affair with actor Roddy McDowall. Tyrone Power. A dashing leading man of Hollywood's golden age, is often remembered for his roles in classics like The Mark of Zorro and The Razor's Edge. Yet, Power's personal life harbored secrets, particularly about his sexuality. Though married 3 times and fathering 2 children, rumors have long circulated about his relationships with men. Power was linked to several prominent figures, including actor and playwright Richard Lambert. The need to maintain a heterosexual facade was strong in the conservative 1940s and 1950s, and Power, like many, was compelled to present a conventional public image to protect his career. His private life remained largely concealed until his passing in 1958. Randolph Scott. A prominent leading man of Hollywood's golden age, was long rumored to have had a romantic relationship with Cary Grant. Known for his rugged charm and roles in westerns, Scott maintained a highly private life off-screen. His close friendship with Grant, who shared a home with him in a mansion nicknamed Bachelor Hall, sparked speculation about their relationship. Despite Grant's public persona, insiders and biographers suggested that Scott and Grant's bond went beyond mere friendship. Their 12-year cohabitation was marked by a deep, possibly romantic connection.